Man shot in Garden Pen, Spanish Town. Investigators in the St. Catherine North Police Division are searching for the persons responsible for the shooting of a man in Garden Pen, Spanish Town last evening. The 27-year-old, who is reportedly from Caribbean Estates in Portmore, remains hospitalized. Reports are that about 11:20 p.m., the man was in the volatile St. Catherine community when he was shot by unknown assailants. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. Vendors appeal for assistance following fire at a section of Pernell Charles Arcade, Mayor to meet with them. East and Church Streets in downtown Kingston remain blocked to vehicular traffic following a fire at the Pernell Charles Arcade. The blaze, which started sometime before 7 a.m., is under control. Commissioner of the Jamaica Fire Brigade Stuart Beckford told reporters that 41 firefighters and 4 units responded to the fire. Commissioner Beckford said investigations will be conducted soon to determine the cause of the blaze. Meanwhile, one vendor, who said she was in the arcade when the fire started, told reporters that she was grateful that her life and the lives of others were spared. She also expressed gratitude to those vendors who helped to retrieve goods from stalls. The vendor is appealing to the swift action from citizens and the government in helping to replace the items lost. Meanwhile, Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, says he will convene a meeting with the vendors at the arcade to determine how they will be assessed following this morning's fire. Mayor Swaby explained that while the building is insured, there is no insurance on the vendors' goods. It is unclear how many vendors have been impacted by the blaze which gutted a section of the arcade. The mayor noted, however, that support will be arranged as he understands that the tragedy occurred just before the busy Christmas period. He is hoping that the Jamaica Fire Brigade will be able to provide a report on the incident soon, so informed decisions can be made.
I can update you that at about 7 or 8 a.m., we received and responded to a call of building on fire at Church Street. On arrival of the first responding unit, they discovered that it was a section of the Pernell Charles Arcade that was on fire. They quickly got into operation and called for additional resources. 3 additional units were dispatched to the location. At the height of our firefighting operation, we had 41 firefighters and 4 units on location. The fire is now under control. It's been contained and is under control. East Street and Church Street, though, remains blocked to vehicular traffic. At this time, we are not sure of the cause of the fire, but we will be conducting our fire investigation as soon as the incident firefighting operation is concluded, and further updates will be provided.
Bartlett meeting with tourism players as another hotel stages protests. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett on Monday continuous talk started on Sunday with the entire ownership structure of the country's tourism industry. We do recognize that there are 196 entities that employ workers in the tourism industry, each having their own system of management, cost arrangements, and employment contract agreement. We have to work it through, and we have to work it through together, the tourism minister stated. He was speaking with reporters on the sidelines of a reception ceremony for the inaugural Bahamas flight at the Sangster International Airport on Sunday. We have all determined that every single entity must meet with their staff and have discussions with regard to any issue that is now a pain, and so we urge that this happen, and also that we bring a level of normalcy back to our operation, but more importantly, that we recognize that solutions are not had when we are at poles apart. They are only had when we are together, the minister added. Early Monday morning, workers of Excellence Oasis Bay in Trelawney took to the streets to demonstrate increased wages, including overtime pay, additional staff buses, and more uniforms from employers. It is the 4th protest in the past week. On Sunday, Bartlett gave an assurance that the Tourism Ministry will ensure that the commitments that we are getting from our employers to have these consultations are met and that the solutions are found. During a telephone conversation with reporters last Friday, President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourism Association, Robin Russell, expressed deep concern over the recent protest. The JHTA is in full support of workers addressing whatever issues they are having, but we are also concerned with the way that the action is being taken. I think the action can really hurt our industry at that time when the industry is just coming back from the travel advisory and the hurricane issue. So I'm just very cautious that this doesn't further hurt our industry, but I do understand that there are issues that the staff is facing, Russ added. It is imperative that the management listen to the staff. I think the communication lines need to be open, and I am encouraging both management and staff, before industrial action is taken, that both sit at the table and come to some resolution. Based on how quickly some of the issues were resolved, we know that the issues could have been resolved before strike actions, he added. In a release last week, the JHTA announced that Russ will head a working committee to take a look at the challenges facing the tourism sector. Shaw confirms he is leaving representational politics as per speech interests. Following over a year of speculation as to whether he will be seeking re-election, 3-decade Member of Parliament for Manchester North East Audley Shaw has confirmed his departure from representational politics. I will not be seeking re-election. I'm the longest-serving MP for the parish of Manchester. On March 30 this year, I'll serve 31 years. Winston Jones of the PNP had the record before me. He served 25 years. I am now senior to him by 6 years, he told reporters via WhatsApp on Saturday, a day ahead of the constituency's conference. All eyes are now focused on whether Shaw will be Sunday night endorsed and aspiring for the seat as his successor. Hydran, an educator and principal of Foremost Technical and Craighead Division, Councillor Omar Miller, have both expressed interest in replacing Shaw. Miller is paying tribute at the funeral service of former councillor for the Waldiston Division. Mitchell on Saturday suggested that he wants to replace Shaw. North East Manchester and my good PNP councillors, we in the north here have had lost the battle, but PM, if you put North East Manchester in the right hands going forward, we will never lose the war. He was evoking cheers from the congregation. However, minutes later, Makowski turned to the podium. He too suggested his intention to replace Shaw. As someone who has had the ambition to serve in government one day, there are 3 things I will take from Mr. Lizzie: his vision, his political astutness, and his servantness, he noted. I concur with my friend Councillor Miller that the Prime Minister ought to ensure that the constituency is placed in the right hands, he added. Last year at the constituency conference in November, Shaw reflected on 3-decade tenure as Member of Parliament for Manchester North Eastern and ended his 20-minute speech urging Labourites to pray for him and his then 3 councillors. I have enjoyed the journey and have done my best to assist as many people as possible, and the job continues. So I appreciate your prayers. Pray for Manayard, pray for the councillors, he said at the time. I could have been more than 30 years, but I have a story to tell you. I lost the first election in 1989. The man who beat me, Calvin Lane, is an undertaker. He beat me by 189 votes, Shaw said as he pointed to his political journey. Calvin Lane, a former Member of Parliament, served 1 term as MP in the constituency and 3 terms as councillor for the Christiana Division. Shaw said that having won all 3 divisions in the constituency in 1990, he replaced the JLP to firmly control the seat. When I took away all 3 seats, divisions in parish and council election, I went and I had a little word with Calvin, and I said, since this a go on now, no bother run again, make me and you take an agreement. You take care of the dead, and I will take care of the living, Shaw said, evoking laughter from his audience. Manchester North East, which consists of 3 divisions, namely Christiana, Waldiston and Craighead, is again eyed by the PNP, with its representative, Valin Wint, returning. Wint has twice contested parliamentary election on behalf of the PNP. He lost each time. He was defeated by Shaw in Manchester North Eastern in 2011 and 2016, and by Xavier Main JLP in St. Anne's Southwestern in 2020. Miller, who is also minority leader in the PNP-controlled Manchester Municipal Corporation, is the only member of the JLP who won his division in the constituency in the February 2024 local government election. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.